I'm going to show you the exact steps I used to generate 44 seller leads in less than 24 hours and spent no money on Facebook, Google, or any other advertising platform. Just follow this plan and you could easily do it too. How's it going? I'm Bradley. And don't worry, this video, I'm not trying to sell you some course or anything. I'm just trying to help you grow your business, and here's how to do it. Generating a ton of seller leads using this trick is based on the very same reason why you're watching this video. It's free and you know you're going to get something of value out of it. You see, that's what everyone wants, including homeowners and potential sellers. You as a real estate professional just need to use that to your advantage. If you do that, you're golden. I recently launched a website and needed more traffic and, more importantly, more listings. Well, the problem is no one's just going to go to your real estate website because they're bored or because they like you. There's got to be some upside for them. People want to know what's in it for them, and they love to feel important. So use this to your advantage. For us, we played to people's ego and we made it worth their while to visit the site. Let me show you. First, we sent an email blast to our database that included 4 super important components: an opening, a vague request, a justification, and a carrot. Now keep in mind, this email alone isn't some magical solution. You've got to combine it with 2 other steps, but I'll show you those in a second. Okay, so the email, here's exactly what it looks like. First is the opening and the vague request. Remember, this has to be super short and informal. Hope your New Year's off to a great start, followed by something like, wondering if you have a second for a quick favor. Just don't go on and on here, because if you do, you will lose them. Next is probably the most important part of the entire email, and that's the justification and the pattern interrupt. Here's what we wrote. You see, we recently launched our site with some new resources, including area guides, real-time market data, and a throwback to our wildest 80s hair. I still can't believe I published that. 80s hair, what? Notice the pattern interrupt here. The 80s hair seemed out of the blue and further sold it with the, I still can't believe I published that part. Now, don't worry, it doesn't have to be 80s hair. In this case, we had a section that the site featured a timeline of headshots through the years. But it just has to be something that triggers that pattern interrupt, something that piques their interest. Finally, the carrot. Now you've got to make it worth their while. Let's look at the email one more time. Do you mind taking a peek at it and letting me know what you think? Getting your feedback is important, and as a thank you, I'm randomly selecting individuals to receive a $100 Amazon gift card. Now there's a few key components here. We're playing to their ego, the whole your feedback is important part. And the gift card, well, yes, it's a little bit leading and maybe even misleading. It's almost worded where we've already selected them for the $100 for their feedback, when in fact, they're simply entered into a drawing.
What?
Yeah, I know, but remember, we're in sales and sometimes you've got to sell it a bit. No, I'm not going to give a gift card to everyone who gives feedback. They're simply entered for a chance to win. Now you may be thinking, wait, I want to generate seller leads and not contest signups. But stay with me, because here's where the seller lead part of the strategy comes in. And there's actually 2 opportunities to generate sellers from this. You remember that email blast that we wrote and sent to our database? It's going to generate a ton of clicks to your site. But now we need to filter out the tire kickers, those who just came to the site because they want the giveaway, from those people who are actually interested in selling their home. Look at this question on the form. Thinking about selling? Just enter your address for a free home value analysis. You see, we've taken the first step in that filtering process. One other important thing, notice how we ask for their information. We say, if you win, what's the best way to reach you? Taking this approach instead of that typical give me your contact info will guarantee you get legit information instead of them throwing that secondary email address at you that, let's face it, they never check. But what generates even better seller results is this next part. It's what happens after the person hits the submit button. By the way, I know it's tempting to add those extra things to your contest, such as like us on Facebook or tag a friend. Don't do it. It's a huge mistake. The purpose of this isn't to grow your social media following or get more likes on Facebook. It's to find sellers. Putting extra hurdles that people feel they have to jump through to win makes them less likely to even engage with your form. Keep your marketing plans laser focused. When you try to get them to do too many things, it backfires and they end up leaving the site. Okay, so like I said, in all this, the best seller lead gen opportunity comes now that they've submitted the contest form. And that's on the thank you page. Right here, you've got a captive audience who's engaged with your email, clicked on your site, and has already given you their information. Most websites make the mistake of thinking it's over, but you need to capitalize on this page by offering opportunities to shift them from a giveaway focus back to a real estate focus. So use this page to sell them on the value of you as a real estate agent. Offer them tools to further engage and keep them on the site. And most importantly, put your most powerful seller call to action right in the middle. Jumping back to that email real quick, and yes, I know I keep going back to this, but it's because it's critically important to get it right. And this one thing actually generated just as many seller leads as the giveaway page. Take a look at the PS we added at the end of the email. 2020 brought big changes to home values. If you're interested in seeing your updated home value, check out our home value estimator. It's simple, but it was so effective. A good marketing strategy just keeps building upon itself, and this one is no exception. You've now got seller leads. You've got lots of people who have submitted legitimate contact information via that giveaway. And you've got a huge influx of traffic to your site. So keep building upon this by retargeting them and tracking their return visits. Hopefully, you used a platform that gives you trackable links and plants cookies so you can monitor those return visits. I know we talked a lot about email, but don't just limit this strategy to your email database. By using some compelling graphics, you can drive traffic from social over to your giveaway page also. There's one last piece of this strategy that will blow you away when it comes to engagement. We're talking about a way to get 80% open rates and 50% click-through rates in one simple email. I'll show you how to do it in an upcoming video, so if you're not already, be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you'll be the first to see it. And as always, if you've got any questions or get stuck along the way, let me know and I'll try to help you out. Thanks, have a great day.